Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Norman Network. And today, we are going to be talking about DC Universe Online, and more specifically, my thoughts on it after 1 week of playing. So I just kind of threw together this little stand of a whole bunch of my superhero minifigures just to open up the video. But what you're really here for is talking about DC Universe Online. So, this game released in 2011, so it's an old game. But it was just released a week ago on the Switch, and I was very excited about that. I never got the chance to play it back when it originally released on its original consoles, PC and PS3. I never had those consoles, but I did want to play the game. I've actually wanted to play it for over 4 years. So when I saw that it was coming out on Switch, I was very, very ecstatic. I was super, super excited and hyped for this game. So now I'm here talking about it after 1 week of playing it. So I haven't spent any money on it. I didn't buy a membership. I didn't buy any of the extra packs or anything. So I'm just talking about purely the free content on the game right now. And it is great. If you have a Switch and you don't have any other games and you don't really want to buy a game, but the free stuff isn't really appealing to you, get DC Universe Online. It is an amazing game. And you really only need a small online connection, actually. I have played it with only 1 bar of Wi-Fi, and it played no differently than 4 bars. It is wonderful. So, the character creation process. We'll start with that. I didn't expect it to take as long as it did. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a great way because there were so many options to choose from. It actually took me about a half an hour just to create my one character. And it was very, very fun. Picking out all the little fine details, creating the symbol and stuff, and choosing all the color schemes. It really just makes your character feel like your own. Then you jump into the gameplay, and they had actually updated the tutorial since the last time I played it 4 years back or so, and the updated version is much better, and it really got me excited for the game. And it was a lot simpler than I thought. I've played other MMORPGs, and they've been very hard to get into. You don't really even need prior knowledge for DCUO. You just need to know a few things about a few characters, and you jump right in, and it's just a wonderful game. So the tutorial's pretty great. Then you get into the open world portion, and you have 2 open worlds to explore, and that being Metropolis and Gotham. And I believe there's one extra open world that kind of differentiates depending on what event is going on right now. So at this time, it is the Chaos Gotham event for the Justice League Dark episode. So these open worlds, I didn't really expect them to have much in them. Being a 2011 PC game, I expected a little bit of stuff, but at the size of the open worlds, I didn't expect there to be like things that you can do on every corner. The side missions are crazy. I was super pleasantly surprised at the amount of collectibles. Like, you could just spend a couple hours roaming a city and get like 2% of the collectibles that they have spread around everywhere. And the online component is also quite fun because you're playing with other people, not exactly in direct contact, but you're playing with other people in the sense of you're fighting the same battles as them. And it doesn't actually transport you to a different open world every time you've completed a level. It just happens in the same open world. So if you want to travel back and fight one type of enemy, just find them in the city and you can do that. The single player story arc that in the free game has gone beyond my expectations. It is wonderful. I expected it to be like a pay to play type thing, but you don't need to pay any money to get at least like 5 hours of content out of the game. It is amazing. There's so many different characters that just show up left, right, and center, and just so many different things that you can just kind of pop through and see. And the game is actually quite exhilarating and fun. And it's at a good difficulty level, easy for people to get into, but also good for hardcore people to really play with lots of challenge. The boss fights are amazing. They're all different and they're all super, super original. Um, it's the fighting mechanic is also very, very good, and it changes within every different player's power set. So the power set that I chose is magic, and it's very, very useful. You have lots of ranged attacks with magic, and also there's a thing that you can conjure called a guardian, and this is only for magic that I believe, and it's kind of just a little guy that follows you around and hits enemies for you. It's wonderful. The game as a whole doesn't have too much to offer for just free playing, but it does have enough. It restricts you from lots of things. Like you actually have a maximum, the free in-game currency cap. You also can't do anything with leagues if you don't have a membership, which is annoying because the memberships are very expensive. But overall, after this first week of playing, I've had a ton of fun with the game. So if you have a Nintendo Switch and you want to get the game, if you're interested in the game, which I highly, highly, highly recommend, like 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5 out of 10. It's a wonderful game. I highly recommend getting it. It's free. So if you have it on Switch and you see someone called Norman the GP, that's me. Please come talk to me in the chats or whatever. I would be happy to talk to you. So, on that note, I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!